Hi, good morning guys. I am here to discuss a new topic for today, and the topic for the day is tuple. Here, before this chapter or before this topic, we have already covered about the list, which is a kind of data type and primitive in nature, also known as a fundamental data type. Now, here we will discuss about a tuple. What is tuple? We will discuss here about this topic. What is tuple? Before that, we have covered the list data type, which is mutable in nature. But now a tuple is a kind of data type which is immutable in nature, means we can't change this data type. Before that, we have learned about data type, where we have studied about the type of data, that is numeric, dictionary, set, boolean and sequence type, and another one is none, which is not so important for the class 12. So here we will discuss the third type of sequence type. It is a tuple. Already we have discussed that a tuple is a kind of immutable data type, and in other words we can say that a tuple is a collection of ordered and unchangeable elements. In Python, tuples are written with round brackets. For your kind information, we have basically three data. First one, list, which can be created by using bracket. A tuple can be created using parenthesis, and then we have dictionary, which can be created using curly braces. So you must remember the point that how we can create a list, how we can create a tuples, how we can create a dictionary. Main difference between them is that tuple can be created with the help of parenthesis, list with the help of brackets, and dictionary with the help of a curly braces. Here, when we move forward, but before going forward, we will discuss that in tuples there is a sequence of values stored, and it can be of any type. Means in tuple we can store the values which can be any type. It may be integer, it may be real, or it may be string type. The important difference between a list and a tuple is that tuples are immutable. On the other hand, a list is mutable in nature. Mutable कौन? List. अब how we can create a tuple? A tuple can be created by using parenthesis. It can contain the elements. If the elements are more than one, then the element may be separated by comma. Must remember, tuples are created by placing sequence of values separated by comma with use of a parenthesis for grouping of data sequence. अब यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन आता है, why we use parenthesis in tuples? Parentheses are used to group the sequence of elements. Tuple can contain any number of elements and any data type. It may be string, it may be integer, it may be list. Tuple can also be created with a single element, but it is a bit tricky. If we create a tuple with a single element, then it is known as tuple packing. Tuple packing. Having one element in the parenthesis is not sufficient. There must be a trailing comma to make a tuple. Means comma is necessary to create a tuple, and if we have a single element in the tuple, then comma cannot be used. So it is called a tricky task for the user. Yes. Then here I have a demonstration with a tuple where I have created an empty tuple, empty one. You can create an empty list, you can create an empty tuples, you can create empty dictionary. If we have used the parenthesis only without any element, then it is called an empty tuple. If we have created a list without any element, then it is called empty list. And if we have created a dictionary without any element, then it is called empty dictionary. Now I have created a tuple 1 with variable name, and then I have no element in the parenthesis, so it is a empty tuple. If I will get the tuple 1 with the help of print statement, then result will be look like this one. If I want to create a string or tuple using string, then I will pass the string into the tuple. Here I have passed two elements. First one is data and second one is 4, which is string type. If I will print this tuple 1 in the print statement, then output will be look like as data 4. Then I have created a tuple with the use of list. Here I have a list. Already we have discussed that a list can be created using brackets. And here I have a list 1 where I have used the same list in tuple. If I create the tuple with the help of string, then the output will look like as. I can also create a tuple with the built-in function or built-in functions. Built-in functions are such type of functions which are already defined in the language. They have the special meaning in the language. Now here I have a tuple 1 and the tuple. This is the built-in function, means I can say that tuple, tuple, this one. If I write down this like this, it is called a built-in function. Here I have defined a tuple 1 using the built-in function, and the value is it contains string type. It is abhi. Print, when I got the print of this tuple 1 with the help of print statement, then the output look like as A, B, H, I. Here I move further, and in the further, here we have the second operation in tuples. In tuple we can create a tuples. We can also access an element from the tuple. Here, how we can access a element from the list? As you know that in the earlier chapter of list, we have discussed that every element of a list or tuple have an index value. They can be accessed using the index number. The index, there is basically two type of indexing in tuple as well as in list. Number 1, we have forward indexing, which start from 0 with size -1, it start from the left hand side. Second, I have backward indexing. In backward indexing, the indexing start from -1, -2 and so on, and it start from the right side. Here I have some example regarding this. Here I want to access an element of a tuple, like this is the tuple 1 where I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, means 5 values are there. If I bifurcate this value based on the index, then it may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The index value will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the forward indexing. If I move towards the backward indexing, then it is -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5. As per this example, I want to access the zeroth index. Zeroth index means the value, this one means 1 will be there. Here when I access this tuple, then value will be displayed 1. In the second example, there is negative indexing. Negative indexing means the indexing from the backward, means from the right hand. Here I have used -1. -1 means last element of this index, and last one is 5. If I access the index -1, then it will display the 5. If I access the same and I want to access the index -3, -3 means this one, it will print the value 3 from the tuple. Next, I have another operation. This is deleting or updating elements of a tuple. That operation cannot be applied on tuple. Earlier we have told you that a tuple is immutable in a nature and no editing or no addition can be there in tuple. So if we try to update or delete any elements from the tuple, then it will produce an error. Here in Python, deletion or operation of a tuple is not allowed. Means not allowed. This will cause an error because updating or deleting from a tuple is not supported. This is because tuples are immutable. Hence, element of a tuple cannot be changed. Once it has been assigned, only new tuple can be added or reassigned to the same name. Like this, tuple 1, tuple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. प्रिंट इनिशियल टपल, यदि मैं इसको प्रिंट करूंगा तो मेरा जो आउटपुट आएगा वो आएगा हमारा 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ही आएगा. बट अपडेट मैं यहाँ पे कर रहा हूं, टपल 1 का 0 इक्वल टू -1 किया. मैंने कहा कि जो मेरी 0 वैल्यू है, 0 इंडेक्स है, इसकी जगह पे मेरा वैल्यू जो है -1 कर दे. तो यदि मैं ऐसा करूंगा देन इट विल प्रोड्यूस एन एरर हियर, जस्ट लाइक दिस वन. डिलीटिंग एन एलिमेंट, if I try to delete the tuple, then a delete will be produce an error. After that, we have some basic operation which we can apply on a tuple. The first operation which we can use, or most of the time we can use two operations. First one is plus and second one is multiply. This operator will concatenate the tuples, and this operator will iterate the statement. Iterate the tuples means it will repeat that tuple that many times. Like if write down here as 4 means my tuple is repeated 4 times. If I write down like this one, then my tuple will repeated 2 times. Here I have some examples. First one, I have a function len. Len is used to get the length of a tuple. Here I have a tuple 1, 2, 3 means 3 elements are there. So if I calculate the length of this string, this tuple, then the result will be 3. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means I have 2 tuple or 2 lists, two tuples, and if I will get this operator concatenate, then result will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this one. High into 4 I have write down means it will repeat this string 4 times like this one. Then 3 in 1, 2, 3 means in operator is used here. In means whether that value is contained in that tuple. 3 in 1, 2, 3. 3 is there. So it will produce 3. 4 x in 1, 2, 3. 4x in 1, 2, 3 means it will print 1, 2, 3. Print x. X is there. First it will print this, then this, and then this. Result will be look like as. Then I have indexing, slicing, and matrix. Indexing already I have defined that every element of the tuples will be accessed using indexing. There is 2 type of indexing, backward and forward. Then I have slicing. Slicing means if we want to get a list of elements out of a particular list, here I have, this is the example of slicing where I have write down L1. 1 means starting from the first index, all other elements after that will be displayed like this one. Here this is the zeroth index, this is 1 and 2. If I will write down this one, 1 colon means it will print all the elements like 1 and 2, B, C. If I will get this index -2 means back from backward, -1 or -2 means B will be there. If I will print second index, then this will be printed like this. After that we have some another operation which are known as built-in tuple function. Here I have compare, length, max, mean, and tuple sequence. As their name suggests, compare. It will compare the value of both the tuple. If values are equal, then it will display true. Length tuple, it will show the length of the tuple. It will get the maximum element with max value, with min value, with a sequence, convert a list into tuple. This is all for today, and in the chapter of tuples we will meet with another video in the next sequence. Till then, wait and have a good day, dear students. Thank you.